Ooh, ooh. I'm in outer space once again on my third ever space trip. And today, we welcome you to being relentless and unstoppable. Today, I have my coach and mentor, Andy McPhee, and we have a very special guest with us, Kameron Hood. Welcome, Kameron.
Hey, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, g'day, Cam. How you going, mate? And thanks, Doug. Great background, mate. So I'm sure it's you got a great view from up there in outer space.
I can hear the sarcasm behind your voice.
What, me sarcastic? Get out of here. So Cam, thanks for coming on, and I'll just share a little, bit about how we met. I think you connected up with me on social media because you're an actor. You've been doing it for a while, and you're a screenwriter. You've written your own film, which we'll talk about soon. But you connected up with me about talking to me about a role in your film, and then as we started talking, you mentioned something about one of Doug's books, and I'm like, oh, hang on, you already know Doug. And so the long story short is that Cam has already purchased a couple of Doug's books from Amazon to do with autism journeys and autism biographies. And then also Cam just shared with us, a friend of his has also bought the book long before Cam and me even met up. So that's really cool, that 6 degrees of separation, how people meet and hook up. So anyway, thanks, Cam. Really appreciate you taking time, because I know you're a busy man. You got some beautiful kids you're taking care of. So Dougie, back to you, mate, and you can start the ball rolling.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Andy.
So Kameron, it's a pleasure to have you on our show.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here. Thank you very
Tell
much.
everybody what you thought of my Prince of Egypt interview.
I thought it was great. I really did. I really thought it was a fantastic interview. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
That's great. With this phone, you shall do my wonders.
Love it.
All righty.
Actually, what? I'll just dive in there for a minute. Doug said something to me the other day, and there's nothing wrong with what happened, but a lot of people, I don't think until they get on the program, maybe realize Doug, is high functioning with autism. I think you have Asperger's. Is that correct, Doug?
That is correct.
Yeah. So I tell you something. I just really am. I've been coaching Doug for about 5 or 6 years, mentoring probably mainly. This kid is just fearless. Like, he is not being held back by what he was born with, basically. He's not being held back by that. And he's just doing an amazing job. And he shared something the other day with someone who, I don't know, they friended him on Facebook. We don't need to go into the full story. But, the lady said, oh, yeah, I like the series, but the guy there's a bit like, the interviewer's a bit weird or a bit whatever. And Doug told me about it, and I said, well, okay, maybe you need to share with her in a nice way that you're actually the interviewer and you have Asperger's and you're high functioning. And he did that, and he didn't do it to make her feel wrong, but he did it because he's got to be proud of who he is. And people will make assumptions, and that's okay. So I'm really proud of him. He's done such an amazing job,
You should be. No, he's doing great. Doug, you actually are a really well done. You're a great writer. I'm reading some of the stuff now, and it's fantastic, mate. Top work to you, honestly.
Yeah, and to tell you a little bit about it, here's an example of one of my books, The Amazing Comeback of an Autistic Spokesperson.
Love it.
It's my biggest success story. For a period of time, it was in the top 300 autism biographies on Amazon internationally, and then it was in the top 15 in the United Kingdom.
And I think it's down to about 3,000 now, which, hey, if I had a book that was rated around 3,000 on Amazon internationally, I'd still be pretty chuffed over that.
I am, definitely. All righty.
All right, Dougie, take it away, mate, because we've only got half an hour or 20 minutes. So, all
righty. Kameron, tell me about your journey to your career in the arts.
Okay, so look, I got into the industry at a quite young age. I started doing some acting schooling and whatnot at around 7, 8 for a little bit there. I did sort of leave it for quite some time, for many years. It was only until I hit about maybe 15, 16, and I started actually working on my music. So I was doing a bit of rapping and releasing some songs and whatnot. And I started doing some music videos. Now, when I did these music videos, I don't know, I loved the feel of being in front of the camera, to be honest. So, and I loved all the acting sort of side of it within the music videos and stuff. And I decided to, I'll go with, I'll sign up with a program or a site called Star Now. And it got me a little bit of extra work, it got me some credits and whatnot. And then I signed with a talent agency. And since then I've been on Neighbours. I've been in, I think I was in about 30 productions in the last 12 months. So it was quite full on. And I'm, currently filming my own feature film as well. So it's just crazy.
Yeah. Did you see my interview with the actor of Jeremy Potts in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
Oh, I did. Actually, my partner showed me that the other day, and I started watching. I got about maybe 5 minutes into it, and then I think one of the kids started crying or something, so I had to stop it. But yeah, I will watch the rest of it. That was cool. I like that.
Yeah. What did she think of it?
She liked it. She likes it a lot. She watches a lot of them with me as well. So
yeah. Was she really impressed that I got in touch with Adrian?
She was. She loves Chitty Chitty Bang. So like to be able to see that you interviewed somebody or an actor from Chitty Chitty Bang, that was just like huge. Yeah, she enjoyed it.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to watch the full video. But the bad guy, the child catcher?
Yeah.
The witchlight guy?
Yep.
I have a funny story that I could probably share very quick about the child catcher that I told Adrian. I used to be afraid of him growing up because he was pretty scary as a bad guy,
He was.
And whenever he came on screen, I always left the television room,
Oh.
And what happened was on my birthday, in 2008, my family got together with me for my birthday and we watched the movie. And when the child catcher came on screen, I left as usual because, I was scared, but I mistimed my attempt and I didn't come back until around the part of the Jack in the Box scene. And what happened was, the problem was, I used to think that the child catcher was played by a woman growing up because of the long hair and the wig.
The long hair, yeah, right.
And so I asked my family, is she gone? And they all looked at me in puzzlement. And my friend that came to watch with us, he was like, dude, are you freaking high? That's clearly a man. And they rewinded it to the part when he looked at the Jack in the Box, when he was looking at the wood, but then was like, and at that point I was like, oh, it is a man.
Is it a man? Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, so that's
Kam, when you started your acting career, what got you back into what made you come back into the acting career?
So I think stepping away, or having being a part of the acting schooling and stuff throughout my childhood, and then stepping away from it for a few years, and then experiencing it again with the music videos. I think that that very much so made me want to get back into it.
And when did you start writing?
So look, I write a lot of music, and I have ever since a young age. So I actually started seeing a therapist probably at the age of 12 or 11 or 12, and they suggested some writing, just even lyrics and stuff like that. I did a lot of poems and stuff that he sort of guided me and helped me turn them into songs, which is great. But ever since then, I sort of writing actual screenplays and scripts and stuff, maybe the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's great. Like, I know with a lot of the classes that I run, I've been doing it for years. I incorporate art, writing, poetry, painting, learning a new language, learning an instrument, writing your own songs. Now, a lot of people, when they first start, is like, but I don't want to write my own songs and poetry. Well, I said, look, just trust me. It's just building that part of your brain. I said, what will happen over time? You'll either hate it and you won't want to do it again, or something will occur to you that, wow, I'm pretty good at this. And I've seen a lot of people. I've had a couple of people quit acting, and one girl, she's making over $1,000 a week writing blogs, you know, because she discovered how good she was in the poetry that her writing. And another guy, he quit acting and just took up a passion. He always wanted to play a guitar, and that was 6 years ago. Now he's got an album out. He's heading to Nashville because he wants to start trying to crack into country and western. So, Doug will share his story of how someone suggested to him, why don't you start writing your story? And now look what he's doing. Doug, can you just share a little bit about that very quickly?